welcome back to my channel. I'm Zach with Zach's Books, and today I've got
Danielle.
She's back again. Y'all
Happy to be here.
Y'all requested her. Here she is. Today we've got for you a quarantine book haul part dos.
Yeah.
We got some more gems for you.
It's all horror. We have a horror book haul for you.
Are they all horror?
I'm pretty sure.
Might have one or two that's not, but the majority of them are horror. So
Okay.
get excited.
Okay, so I have been doing research on other people's booktube channels and seeing what their horror book recommendations are, and Zach is going to do a few videos in September about some of these books that I basically ordered for him, and some of them he has already read, and he'll tell you which ones those are and lead you to his Goodreads and all of that. So make sure you subscribe so that you can see what both of us think about some of these books, and hopefully we get to a lot of them this month. So should we begin?
Let's begin. Also, kind of a disclaimer, with these being like horror recommendations from other people, I personally have not read like most of these synopses, so
Is that a word?
It's kind of like cactuses. You can't say cactuses, you have to say cacti.
I've never heard anyone say synopsi.
Well, I'm gonna make that thing with a thing. So like the video for synopsize. It's gonna be a new word where it's got multiple synopsises. Because synopsis is just synopsis.
Maybe not. Okay. Let's get started.
Love the support.
Okay, first book up is Pen Pal by Dathan Orbach. Maybe.
Arbok?
Ooh. I don't know. I don't know how to say the name.
It's a snake Pokemon.
This is one that we don't really know the synopsis for. Again, I think we said this in the last quarantine book haul. A lot of books we go into not wanting to know what it's about, especially with thrillers and horror, because the synopsis gives away the plot a lot of the times. And so...
Yeah, a lot of these, like I said, she watched some videos on them, and a lot of the people said that they really enjoyed them, but didn't really give us much more information than that. Yeah. So, all we know is they're horror, and we're just going to show you what we got. So yeah,
pretty much. This is literally just a haul. Like, if we read them, we'll put them on the recommendations, and you'll hear them in other videos and vlogs coming up. But this was written in 2012, and yeah, I heard that, I think I got this from Paperback Dreams as a recommendation, and she gave it like 4 or 5 stars or something. So that's the first book.
The next one I have is The Devil All the Time by Donald Ray Pollock. It's also a Netflix film.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Wow, the guy in the back looks really mad.
This one I chose for him because a lot of people said if you like No Country for Old Men, which you just talked about that recently, right?
Yeah, I've read No Country for Old Men. That's in my top 5 non-Stephen King books.
A lot of people said it's one of those where if you like this book, you'll like this one. And so that's why I chose this book. So if you like that one, I've heard this has got a similar vibe or whatever. So that's the story behind this pick, you know?
Seems interesting.
Yeah. Okay, next up is a book that we actually know what the video is going to be for, and it's Little Heaven by Nick Cutter. If you have watched Zach's channel at all, you know that The Troop was one of his favorite books of the year, and we're going to be starting an author series coming up soon on the channel, where he's going to do like a deeper analysis on authors that only have maybe like 3 or 4 or 5 published novels, and then he's going to read them all and do a reading vlog, and then kind of rank the books and give an analysis on them. So Nick Cutter is one of them, because there's this book, The Deep, and The Troop, and he loved The Troop. So this is going to be part of that video when it comes. Maybe we should do a poll in the comments, because you're going to see other videos for that author series, and you guys should pick which author he should kick off the series for. We'll show you the other authors when the books come out.
Yeah, we'll let you know the other options when we get to them, and then you let us know which one I should start with. So
yeah, so that is Little Heaven by Nick Cutter.
The next one I have is The Ruins by Scott Smith. Well, that's an easier name. Another book I don't know a whole lot about. A good amount of people recommended this. I think this was E.
Edward Lorne.
Edward Lorne. He goes by E. He's another big Stephen King fan like me.
Yeah.
And so just trying to get out of my just reading King thing. That's what pretty much this is all about. And so he recommended this. He really liked it. So I figured I'd give it a read. And again, this is another one I just really don't know anything about. So we'll see where we go with this one.
Okay, I think we're going to show you 3 books all together because, again, this is another one for the author series, and that is Riley Sager. He has 4 books out, and Zach read Home Before Dark, if you've seen his videos, and that was a 5-star and a new favorite horror, right?
Yes, it was a complete 5-star. You said it was compared to Haunting of Hill House?
Yeah, which that's another book that he's hoping to read in September, but he read Home Before Dark for a Gabby video. We'll link it up here. This side, maybe? This side? I don't know. We'll link it up there.
It'll be up above us.
And she has given, I think, 4 or 5 stars to all of these other ones. And so this is another author that we wanted to do for the author series. So if you want this to be the first author we do, then comment Riley Sager down below.
Stephen King made a comment on this one. The first great thriller of 2017 is here. Find a Girls by Riley Sager.
Yeah, I think it was like 1 a year. So 17, 18, 19, and then 2020 was Home Before Dark. But I love all of his covers because they're very monochromatic. And yeah,
And Home Before Dark is green, so he's kind of got a color theme kind of going too, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. So for a quick little, we'll read you the blurb on each of them. For this one, it says, first there were 3, then there were 2. Can there only ever be one final girl? So that's a little blurb on this one. And again, this won a lot of awards the year it came out. Next.
In this one, it's in the latest thriller from the best-selling author of Find a Girls, a young woman returns to her childhood summer camp to uncover the truth about a tragedy that happened 15 years ago.
Ooh.
Sorry,
nice.
I messed up reading there and 3.
And that's The Last Time I Lied.
And Lock Every Door says,
no visitors, no nights spent away from the apartment, no disturbing the other residents, all of whom are rich or famous or both. This is one that I've actually read, and I loved the twist in this one, and I think that he will too, so I'm really excited for him to give this a try. And that blurb is spot on for, it's a great blurb for the book. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this read. I think it's on my Goodreads, and that will be linked down below. Both of ours will be, and our Bookstagrams. I'm sure I've put a review on there too. But yeah, that would be it for Riley Sager.
The next one that I have is Mongrels by Stephen Graham Jones. And he actually just did The Only Good Indian?
Yeah, The Only Good Indians, which is one that I read and gave 4 stars to. And it was a really good story, so I wanted to pick him another one to read. I haven't read this one either. And this is a werewolf horror novel, so you haven't read a werewolf horror novel, right?
No, I've read a vampire, but I haven't had a werewolf.
So a new vibe.
Yes. We'll see how I like it.
And it's kind of short, so that'll be perfect.
I actually like the cover too.
Yeah.
Next up is Hex by Thomas Old Huvelt. I'm very sorry, Thomas. So this, I read the back is about a town with a witch, and apparently these teenagers, the elders in the town are trying to keep it on the down low, because if the witch's eyes are sewn shut, and so is her mouth, but if she sees something bad happens. And so to make sure that this happens, the elders have placed surveillance throughout the entire town. Then a group of teenagers who are frustrated with the this lockdown revolt and get rid of the cameras, and then apparently all hell breaks loose. So that sounds pretty interesting. And Stephen King actually was a blurb on here. Totally, brilliantly original.
I heard really good things about this. I saw this in another horror recommendations video on BookTube, so.
And that cover looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it does. Another author that we're going to eventually do an author series for is Paul Tremblay. You read Cabin at the End of the World?
Yes, I read Cabin at the End of the World. I think I gave it 3.5 stars.
Yeah,
might have been. It's either 3 or 4. Again, Goodreads, tag down below. Check it out. I'm hoping that this is going to be a good one. I actually, at one point, almost bought this just because it looked interesting.
Yeah.
And I think I ended up getting a Stephen King over it, which is typical of me. So.
Of course you did. So, this one is A Head Full of Ghosts by Paul Tremblay. And this one says, a chilling domestic drama that blends psychological suspense with a touch of modern horror from a new, brilliantly imaginative master. That blurb sounds pretty good to me.
This one came
I've heard really good things about this one too.
A chilling collection that blurs the lines of psychological suspense, supernatural horror, and literary fiction from the multiple award-winning author of national bestseller The Cabin at the End of the World and the acclaimed A Head Full of Ghosts. So this came after both of them.
And he just had a new one come out this year, Survivor Song. I haven't heard too many good things about that one actually, but we'll probably include that in this series. So if you want to vote for him, leave a comment with his name down below.
Paul Tremblay.
Paul Tremblay.
Alright, next up on mine is I've got The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. This is a Netflix series.
I think it just became one.
Yeah, it just recently came out. I've been wanting to read this for a while. I think I'm going to be putting this on like a vlog with like older classic horror books. Yeah. I think I've got Amityville Horror on that and The Exorcist as well with this. So stay tuned for that coming up soon. Otherwise, I don't know a whole lot more about this. I think they did a movie with this, and Owen Wilson was in it. Wow. Wow, it was pretty fascinating. Anyway, I'm pretty excited to read this. I don't know how true it's going to stick to the movie from when it came out originally. I actually don't even remember that movie, so pretty sure it's about a haunting house, obviously, because it's The Haunting of Hill House.
Oh my gosh.
Zach describes books very well.
Okay, next up we have The Heavenly Table by Donald Ray Pollock. We just talked about one of his other books just a few books ago, right?
The Devil All the Time.
The Devil All the Time. So we haven't read anything by this author either, so if you want to vote for this author, leave it in a comment down below. And this one I got as a recommendation also from Kat, Paperback Dreams, and I think I don't remember what she rated it, but it sounded pretty good when she talked about it, and so yeah, I figured why don't we pick this up. So that is The Heavenly Table by Donald Ray Pollock.
Next up is a book that I have read, and I had it on a reading vlog. I think it was Gabby.
I think it was the same reading vlog that we already linked.
Yeah, it's Gabby Reads, a vlog 1 or vlog 2. Sour Candy by Keelan Patrick Burke. This book was weird. Like I said, I got a full review of it down in my review with the other videos.
And we'll link the vlog.
Sour Candy, I highly recommend it. It was a really weird book. This dude literally is at a store, and this lady is has a kid that's freaking out, and the guy everyone's just staring in the store, and then he gets handed a piece of candy from the kid, and then a whole bunch of weird crap happens after that. I really recommend the book though. It's really thin. I was able to read this in an hour or so.
Yeah.
So it's not that bad. I highly recommend it. Gave it 5 stars. Sour Candy, Keelan Patrick Burke.
Nice. Next up, the last author that we're going to talk about in this video that is going to be in the author series eventually is John Mars. And this is called The Passengers. And it says, you're riding in your self-driving car when suddenly the door locks, the route changes, and you have lost all control. Then a mysterious voice tells you, you are going to die. I mean, what a blurb.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing. So I think we're probably going to buddy read this one too. And again, I know Gabby Reads gave this 5 stars. And we talked about one of his books, What Lies Between Us, in one of the last videos. And so it would be this one, that one, and then the one by John Mars in the author book. So if you want to vote for John Mars,
let us know in the comments.
Comment below. Or if you have an author, just let us know.
Next up, I did a reading vlog on this. Clown in a Cornfield, Adam Caesar. This was really good. It didn't quite hit the 5-star mark for me. I think I gave it 4.5 or 4. Again, good reads. The cover is really cool.
It's so cool. Like, cover of the year.
They, like, cut out, like, literally a clown's head, like, in a cornfield.
No wonder.
The plot was really cool, and the ending was... it was fantastic.
You guessed a lot of what was going to happen.
Well, yeah,
if you watched the vlog.
If you look at my vlog and you've read the book, I guess a lot of the stuff that happens.
But it was still enjoyable.
And, well, yeah, it was still really enjoyable. I'm not going to say it's predictable, but it's enjoyable. I would highly recommend it. I would read it. Adam Caesar does a really good job at this, and I really liked it. So shout out to you, Adam. Good job. But yeah, that's Clown in a Cornfield.
All right, what's the last book up?
All right, the last book. Shout out to my parents for gifting me this. Literally like 4 months before my birthday even happened. But I got
you gotta grab it when you can.
The original hardcover version of The Gunslinger, The Dark Tower, Book 1.
It's an awesome cover.
I mean, it's obviously an old book. It could be in better condition, but for the price they got it for, I mean, that's a steal. I mean, you see these on eBay for at least $1,000, and I'm not going to tell you how much they paid for it, but...
He also doesn't even know.
I watched
You didn't swipe the card, they did.
I watched it on eBay, and it disappeared. I can guess what it is. It could be less. Whatever.
All right.
Anyway, they got this for a really good price on eBay. It's in pretty decent condition, too, in comparison to the other one I got.
Yeah.
Not of this, but the other hardcover Dark Tower I have. The only one I'm missing is Wastelands. It's a touchy subject.
That's our horror book haul.
So that is Quarantine Book Haul Part Dose. This one was more or less pretty much just all horror books.
Pretty much.
Which is pretty cool. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.